Chesley. Hi, my name is Courtney. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm glad you can make it in today. Thank you for coming. So before we get started, I'm just going to go over some confidentiality with you. Are you familiar with what confidentiality is?
A little bit.
Okay, so pretty much whatever we talk about stays between us. There are some instances where that might not be the case. For example, if I get subpoenaed to court to discuss any of the matters that we're talking about in the meetings, I'll have to break confidentiality. Or if we ever get stuck and I need to go to my coworkers or supervisors to ask for ideas or resources, that would be another case. How does that sound so far?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, some other cases would be if you're getting harmed, if you're harming someone else, or if you mention other people around you are getting harmed, just because safety is my utmost concern.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about why you're here today?
My friend and I got into an argument. I went to a party the other weekend, and my friend just got really mad that I went. He wanted to spend time with me instead of me going to the party.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about how your friend said he felt and how that made you feel?
He was just really mad that I was going to a party instead of spending time with him. So I kind of feel like it's my fault because I should have been spending time with him instead of going and hanging out with everyone else.
Okay. Did you guys have plans the night of the party, or did you guys just normally hang out?
No, he just wanted to hang out with me.
Okay, so it wasn't like you had a set plan that you
No.
would cancel on him? No. Was he not invited to the party, or?
Yeah, he could have went. He just didn't want to, I guess.
So you said you are feeling, if I'm correct, I'm picking up that you might be feeling a little bit stressed out that your friend's upset, or is it bothering you that you've upset someone else?
Yeah, I just feel like it's my fault that I didn't hang out with him. Like, I should have hung out with him, and then he wouldn't have gotten mad at me.
Okay. And what did he end up doing that night?
He got really mad at me and pushed me against the wall and told me that I wasn't allowed to go to the party.
So has this ever happened before with your friend?
Yeah, he gets mad at me quite often, actually.
Yeah. Have things ever gotten physical with you and your partner before?
Yes. Yeah.
So this isn't the first time he's placed hands on you?
No.
Can you tell me about the past times that this has happened?
Basically, it's just when I want to go hang out with my friends. He's very he makes me feel bad if I'm not spending time with him. Like, he wants all of my time and his.
Okay. And that's hard for you.
Yes.
Okay. It sounds like you might be experiencing a little bit of abuse between you and your friend. Are you guys just friends, or is he a boyfriend figure?
No, we've been dating for 4 months.
Okay. So you guys are in a romantic relationship together. Okay. And you said that this isn't the first time it happens. Is it a regular thing, though, or is it just, sporadic in the cases where you want to go out?
Yeah, basically just when I want to go. It's physical.
Yeah. Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about what happens, following the abuse?
He'll say that he's sorry afterwards, but I don't know if I believe him necessarily.
Okay. So part of my job as a counselor is to help develop safety plans. Have you ever heard that term before? A safety plan?
No.
No? Okay, so I like to compare a safety plan kind of to a fire drill. So in a fire drill, you want to know, if the alarm gets pulled, that's you need to get out moment.
Yeah.
You need to be aware of your closest exits, and then kind of who's there to help you and support you and in getting out as fast and safely as possible. So that's pretty much what I like to compare a safety plan to.
Okay.
So in a safety plan, we're going to discuss a couple things. Can you start by telling me, just remind me again, where does the abuse normally take place?
It usually happens at his house.
At his house?
Yeah.
Does he live by himself, or does he live with mom?
No, he lives by himself.
By himself? Okay. Is there an area in the house that it normally happens?
Usually in the kitchen.
In the kitchen? Okay. Is it just you two there when that happens?
Yes.
Okay. After the abuse occurs in the kitchen, what do you normally do?
I usually just start crying. Like, I feel like I can't leave him when he's that mad, so I just stay and take it.
Okay. So you stay physically with him?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a room close by, like your bedroom, or you don't feel comfortable going into any of those places you want to stay with him?
Yeah, there is a bedroom that I could probably go to be a little more safe.
Okay. Yeah, because your safety is what is most important. If anything were to happen to you, then you keep saying that you need to be there for your boyfriend, but if he was to harm you and then you were to go to the hospital, or even worse, if something bad were to happen to you, then you wouldn't be able to be there for your boyfriend, right? So you gotta see how your safety is really important. Is there anyone that you talk to about this, or that you feel supports you?
I kind of talked to my mom about it, but I don't give her like all of the details because she would get really mad at me for saying anything.
Okay. And does any of his family know about what's going on?
I don't think so.
No. How do you think that would make them feel to see the relationship with?
I think his mom would be really upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you ever consider calling his mom in those cases?
Yeah, we're pretty close, so I could call her and get her to come over.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you feel about your boyfriend currently?
I love him.
You love him, so you're planning on staying with him? Yeah. Okay. So let's just briefly go back to the safety plan. So it happens in the kitchen, you said.
Yes.
There is a room that you could go to if it gets really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
If it were to get so bad that you had to leave the house, do you know what door you would leave? Is there an exit that's easiest to get out of?
Yeah, the back door is right off the kitchen, so I guess I could take that door. It would probably be the easiest to get out.
Okay. And then once there, would you just go to the neighbors? Do you have a car?
Yeah, I have a car, so I could leave, but I guess if I don't have my keys, I could go to the neighbor's house.
Okay. You have a good relationship with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do have supports around you that.
Yeah.
Also, I just always want to remind you that if you are ever in the house and it gets so bad and you can't call those supports, or they're not answering, or you need to call someone else, 911 is a great resource. So in those positions where you feel threatened, or if the abuse starts, you're gonna either go to the bedroom, leave the house, and then you can call either his mom or go to your neighbors. You said you probably wouldn't call your mom though, right?
No, I don't think so.
No. But if it got really bad, you'd call 911.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you anticipate the abuse happening within the upcoming week? Do you have plans on going out? Is there anything that happened that week?
No, I don't think so. No.
No?
So it should be fine.
Okay. Did you want to make an appointment for next week just in case? And we can just discuss. You can kind of see your layout of your house, kind of place your keys somewhere that are easy to grab, kind of feel with it, and then bring back your feedback, and we can kind of go from there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I do just want to end with saying one last thing. I know it's touchy with domestic abuse cases because you do love your partner so much and you want to stay with him. You have said a lot throughout the session that you feel bad because you feel like you can't leave him when it's like that, or you feel bad that they're making you feel like that. Just know that in those situations, it's not your fault. I know it's hard at sometimes to say to yourself, it's not my fault. He's dealing with his own issues. But you do need to remember that you haven't done anything wrong, and it's just something that he's going to have to work through, and you need to be there as like a support, but he also needs to support you too. So.
Okay.
So I'll see you next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.